I've been getting a ton of questions about this, about the $6,500 incentive that Tesla has. How can we actually take advantage of it? How is it actually working? And there's some new information about this that if you're looking to do this, you want to really make sure that you are going to be able to pay attention here. Because the first thing is that, yes, this incentive is really for leasing. And how you can actually find it is if you take a look at the Tesla Model Y page, you can actually see on the disclaimer right here that it actually says that monthly lease payments already include the 6,500 Tesla lease credit, which is subject to change or end at any moment. Now, of course, I feel like Tesla did some sort of way to like sell some of these vehicles before the quarter end last month, maybe to get this 7,500 or the 6,500 to apply it to some of these deals. So it's not like these payments are going to get lower in any sort of way. But if you're someone that actually wants a $5,000 to $6,500 discount, then this might be a great way to lease it first and then buy it out. Because yes, like you could pay this premium wheel drive of $45,000 and get that $5,000 to $6,000 discount after the adjusted lease balance and everything. And so here's what you need to know about it. So of course, right now this only works with a lease buyout. If you don't know what that is, basically you still are going to be leasing the vehicle, paying the 1 month maybe or even less than that of the lease payments. And then after you get the vehicle, you're going to initiate a lease buyout, whether it's through Chase or Tesla financing. I think those are the only two banks that actually it works with. You're going to do the buyout, which yes, there are some fees that come along with that, like a disposition fee, a buyout fee, acquisition fee. So you're not going to get the full 7,500, but you'll still be able to get like $5,000 with it. And so it's a nice little loophole, especially because, there is no income limits with this. Like you can make as much money. There's no minimum or maximum income limits. But the one thing with this is, or the couple things is that you do have to have top tier credit. So this will only work, and it kind of makes sense, not only because you have to have top tier credit to get approved, you have to have top tier credit to be able to do outside financing as well, because Tesla will not finance the lease buyout with this. So you do have to have like a different bank setup, whether it's a local bank or a credit union or maybe Chase, Bank of America, some of those other different banks as well. But it cannot be the same bank that you're leasing it through, which if you're going through like Tesla leasing, then it might be okay at the end of the day. And so that's why you do have to have a pretty strong credit worthiness, or be linked up with like a ton of different credit unions, or be linked up with a credit union so that you can get approved and everything. Now, that's not it too, because when you do a lease buyout, you're basically buying the car from the Tesla leasing holder or the bank or whichever. So you might have to go to like the DMV registration and get your paperwork and register the vehicle yourself, or go to like one of those local registration shops that can do all the paperwork and pay their fee to get it done and everything. If you want to read a lot more about this, there is a Tesla Motors Club link, which I guess I'll paste it in the comments down below as well, so you can take a look at it, where tons of people are going through the same situation. And depending on the state, you might have to pay sales tax, because some states don't charge sales tax on leases, or you might have to pay sales tax like in a different percentage when you buy it out and register it a second time. So there's a lot of different variables that you need to kind of take a look into it. And of course, some states you can't even do the lease as well, which they kind of tell you off of the cuff here with on this leasing page, which states you can actually do it and everything. But hopefully that clears some of it up. I mean, it is a nice incentive if you're willing to jump through all those different hoops and you're willing to get the outside financing and everything set up. Now, of course, the 7,500 federal tax credit is pretty much gone at this point, but there still is a way. Like if you are looking to get a Model Y and you haven't placed your order yet, send me an email or DM on one of my socials. And in fact, if you go to my Linktree link down below as well, you can see there's a contact form at the bottom. I might be able to have a way to get you the 7,500 federal tax credit and everything. And don't forget, I know a lot of you out there want the biggest discount off of your Tesla. Well, don't forget about your current vehicle as well and where you're selling it. That's why we partner with Give Me the VIN. They want to get you maximum value for your current vehicle. In fact, a couple different viewers got $3,000 more than what Tesla was offering. So you might as well give Me the VIN a shot down below in the description. And of course, using our links down below, do support the channel as well. In other news, we've got more of these Model 3 standards showing up in inventory. And here's a quick tip actually that kind of makes a lot of sense. Here's a side shot of it next to the wheel for the Model Y, and the Model Y and the Model 3 standard both have this wheel cover that goes on top. And if you think about it, the wheel cover completely covers the wheel and rim behind the wheel. So if you ever were to get into a curb rash, all you have to do is just pay to get this cover replaced or get another one, and then your curb rash is completely gone, or at least not visible anymore. So really cool. In other news, the Model 3 Performance now has the same premium package, free lifetime premium connectivity package as the 2026 Model Y Performance as well. And so it looks like they're trying to make both of these offerings synonymous. So maybe is this a clue in which, maybe there's going to be some sort of other added package to the Model 3 Performance as well. But very interesting stuff. Let us know what your thoughts on it. And, we talk about full self-driving a lot in version 14 a lot. And yesterday we talked about like, what if version 14 full self-driving is, the next step in getting unsupervised, and maybe full self-driving might be, a no cost add. I feel like we start to have to think about this in a sense that what if supervised versus unsupervised, and what if unsupervised might have an added extra cost as well, because that's really where the main benefit is. Like Elon said yesterday, like if you can text while you're driving and not have to worry about, driving and utilize a lot of that time back, that's where the real value is, the real money is, and everything. And so Farzad posted this: how much do you think Tesla will charge for unsupervised full self-driving per month? Will it be $100 to $300? And so, this might be the beginning of what it might start to cost in the near future. And of course, hit that like button if you don't want an extra cost, because we want our things looped in and covered and everything, and it might not make a lot of sense. And of course, if there's anybody out there that hasn't picked up their Tesla yet and you want full self-driving for half off, send me an email or DM on my messages as well. You can find my contact information at the link tree down below in the description. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. Now that you've bought your Tesla, or you're about to buy your Tesla, did you know that it comes with 0 accessories? Seriously, not even a phone mount. But don't worry, we've got you covered. In my opinion, there's a few must-haves that every Tesla owner should get, like a phone mount so your phone doesn't fly off during acceleration, a center console organizer because without it, you're going to lose a bunch of stuff, and my newest favorite, an invisible underscreen station mount from Jowa, a great place to store sunglasses. And all of these accessories plus more you can get from our partner Jowa. And these accessories are good because I actually use all of their stuff. And if you use our promo code down below in the description, you can save some money and support the channel as well. But Jowa doesn't stop at just the basics. They've got a wireless game controller that fits perfectly in the glove box, a portable air compressor for peace of mind on those long road trips, and even an electric scooter, because why walk from the superchargers or level 2 chargers? So not only will you save some money by using our promo code down below in the description, you can also get free shipping on orders over $120. So definitely check it out, link down below in the description. Thank you to Jowa for partnering with us on this channel, and let's get on to the next topic.